What's going on, everybody? A few days ago, the Power Rangers had a live show at Busch Gardens, and we're going to break it down, tell you what the fans are saying. I'll give you my 2 cents. Let's talk about it. Hit that intro, Rangers.
You are watching the fan club.
You're watching the fan club.
And you're watching the fan club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the fan club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake one.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the fan club. It is your boy Dan Brosnan in the building. We are so happy to have you guys, and it's pretty exciting to have some new Power Rangers information and news to talk about. A few days ago, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Live showed up at Busch Gardens, Tampa, and some fans were a little confused as to what this actually was. I wanted to break this down and kind of decipher this and let you know that this was basically the exact same thing that they did a couple years back for the 30th anniversary. If you guys remember, they did this mall tour and they brought the Power Rangers to a bunch of malls throughout the United States. Overall, I thought these events were successful, but they were focused on kids. We're talking like 8-9 years and younger, but they're really targeting, that Power Rangers demographic from like 3 to 7 or whatever it is these days. And the show was all about moves and focusing on, getting up and copying the Rangers. There was a little story with Alpha, stuff like that. They didn't really have like a big bad monster or anything. It was more about working with the kids, kind of like a Sesame Street Live, some of those shows. But these events were free events, meaning that like the malls weren't paying a lot of money for this. I bet, probably $1,000, $2,000 to have this come in, and then it's guaranteed hundreds of people to come to your mall, but you're not paying a lot. And the big thing about these were the meet and greets, getting the pictures with the Power Rangers in these actual costumes from Hasbro. Like, they have the license to do the real deal stuff. I remember when the mall tour was actually happening, I was trying to push this to my mall, and they thought like I would do it since I'm the fan club. And I'm like, no, you guys got to hit up Hasbro. They're doing a tour. Maybe you can get on it, but like, I don't want to get in any trouble by trying to do my own. This is like the real deal. They got the licensing, they've got the logo behind them, and it is a kids event. So about a week ago, they didn't even give it a lot of time, it was announced that the Power Rangers live show is coming to Busch Gardens. I've heard that it's been there before. I wonder if it was the mall show. I wonder if they brought it back in like 2023. It is kind of exciting that they were able to bring back the Power Rangers show, and I know that the news was just like super random. Like a week ago, we heard the news. They had like 2 or 3 days to kind of get people in there, and it looked pretty packed for an event that not everybody knew it was happening or only had a couple days to really check it out. I want to say there was a few hundred people in there checking it out, probably the same size or more than some of the bigger crowds at the mall, and that's all you can ask for. Now, the show itself, I bet for an adult, was underwhelming, okay? The Power Rangers come out, they do a couple moves. There's like this whole story with Alpha and Lord Zed trying to get them, and they have to work with all of the kids around them and do moves, stuff like that. I think it was no more than maybe like a 15-20 minute show, but it was free. It was included in your ticket. If you were at Busch Gardens already, you got to go check this out for free. And I did see like several reports from adults that checked it out that thought it was super lame. However, there was a video that I'm going to show clips of. You're probably checking it out right now from Prince of Macedon Vlog. Shout out to him. Go check out his channel. There's footage of children absolutely losing their minds. Now, I'm not going to show the kids in our videos. We don't really have permission. Stuff like that. I don't really want to do that. I'll just show the Power Rangers like stuff. But kids were losing their minds watching the Power Rangers. When it started, you heard a bunch of kids screaming, yelling. At the end, they were screaming and yelling. And the big thing that I would go to this for was the meet and greet. I did see a video. I forgot who shared it, if it was on Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok, but like there was a video of some people my age. It was a couple, and they didn't have any kids with them. They just saw Power Rangers. They're probably Power Ranger fans, and they watched it, and then they walked out and thought it was stupid, and they didn't stay for the meet and greet. And I think that the meet and greet is like a big reason why you would like go to something like this, because they're trying to get kids back into Power Rangers. And I'm just having a theory. Maybe they're bringing these live show things back with Mighty Morphin because Playmates is going to be releasing that Reignition toy line. Maybe the idea here is we're going to bring back the mall tour this summer / back to school, like into the fall. And that's when the new toys will be out. And this will push the new toys. It will also push the reversioned, like AI HD version of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers coming to Netflix, which then could sell more toys, right? I think that this might not be the first one coming back, and I think that this was a nice introduction to let people know, hey, if this comes around you to a mall or a theme park, it is not necessarily for adults. It is a kid event. It's more for like preschoolers. Think of it like Power Rangers Sesame Street Live. And for us adults, we might not like this, but kids like this kind of stuff. They were losing their minds. And then when the Power Rangers came up for the meet and greet, I saw this clip from Prince of Macedon. There was a bunch of kids like, oh my God, it's the Blue Ranger. It's the Pink Ranger. I know that it can be frustrating when you're a fan of Power Rangers and they've never really given us anything for adults in a long time, but it is a kid's show, so you have to kind of see both sides of the coin. But someday I think we will get this Disney Plus project, and I think there will be things for adults in that. Right now, we just got to support whatever we can. So if you see this around you, go support and at least do the meet and greet, right? I'm not saying it's going to be a great show, but for 20 minutes, show some love to Power Rangers and bring a kid, and they're going to love it. They're absolutely going to have the time of their lives. I kind of think of this as like Power Rangers Turbo. I loved it as a kid. As an adult, I was like, oh, that's kind of lame. But a lot of these shows, like I just took my daughter to Sesame Street Live a few weeks ago, and it was cool. The music was cool, but like, the older I get, the more I'm like, oh, that's nothing special. Like if we had the licensing, we could do something like that. Super easy dances, super easy songs, but the kids were eating it up and they loved it. And they were begging their moms and dads to get them the Sesame Street gear at the end. And that's what this is about. The Reignition toy line is coming out, and they're putting their money where their mouth is. They're coming with live stage shows. That's cool. You know, we just talked about Power Rangers RPM a few weeks ago and how they didn't really have a marketing budget for it with Disney because that was Disney's last real season of Power Rangers. However, they did come out with these discs at the Disney store that had like a bunch of different Power Ranger, different clips and shows on it. And it didn't make any sense, right? And that's where they put their marketing money. This is actually a cool way to get people into Power Rangers with marketing money, because you're going out and you're winning over kids, and soon these characters are going to be in stores again. So if they go with their moms to Walmart, to Target, they're going to cop some toys, and that's how it starts, right? Now, what are your thoughts on this? I understand that, like, this isn't the best show. It ain't gonna win any awards. It's strictly like a preschool, kindergarten, all the way up to maybe second, third grade type of show, right? It's nothing super crazy, but yet I appreciate this. It's better than doing nothing. It's better than sitting on our asses. They're trying to get that Power Rangers name going again. Let's see what they do. And like right now, I think they're going to milk this show a little bit more. Maybe have another tour like round 2. And let's see what happens. Hopefully it's to push the reignition line. More kids buy it and they can give us more toys, right? It's all like a connect the dot effect. If this goes good, then this can happen. But if we sit here and like shit on everything and say it sucks when really, yeah, it sucks if you're an adult and you go there by yourself and you expect that they're going to fight Lord Zed and Goldar and Rita Repulsa and Finster and Squad and Babu and the whole gang, right? But if you just thought of this as like maybe a little bit of a larger scale mall show, then you're not going to be too upset. And that's kind of where I am with this. I'm not expecting this to be nothing great. And yet every kid was losing their damn minds there. So that's what it's about. I think they accomplished their goal with this one. I know some people that are our age, 25, 30 and above, weren't too happy with it if they went without kids, but I'm telling you, if you brought a 5-year-old with, they would have lost their mind. I know my daughter would have lost her damn mind if she was there. What are your thoughts, though? Let me know in the comments. I got to shout out all the fans out there that take the time out of their day to watch this content. You are the real MVPs and the reason why we can continue to make stuff like this. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Peace. I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members Salima Ramirez, Stephen Heffelman, Anime King Nick, Louis Cairns, Thomas Franco, and Roderick Ham. Thank you guys so much for your support. And if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now, and you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name. We also have the Quantum Ranger power up where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K power up. That is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.